Hail to the victor's valiant.
Woo! Hello and welcome to On Chat Sports, the channel where we cover all the sports all the time. We're Michigan fans here. We love college football. Let's get into it. Michigan versus Western Michigan. Michigan was a 17-point favorite coming into this game. Over-under was 67 points. Let's see what happened. First drive for our boys. First of all, obviously, I'm very happy. We played really well, all right? The final score was what, 47-7? I don't know. I'm kind of doing a lot right now. I think it was around 47-7 when I stopped doing this and went to recording. First drive for Michigan, right down the field, 11 plays, 75 yards. We went for it on 4th and 1. You gotta love it. You gotta love the confidence. And that's Jim Harbaugh. That's the Jim Harbaugh that we knew in 2015 when he went after it and was hungry for it. Maybe he's hungry again. Who knows? Let's see. Then we did a swing pass to Corum, and that was huge. Touchdown. Blake Corum, speed in space. What do you know? Josh Gaddis, he promised it. He never delivered it for 2 years. And finally, we may be seeing it. We saw it a lot in this game. And for the love of God, Josh Gaddis, keep doing the speed in space thing. The thing you promised. It works. It's effective. It's 2021 and we love it. Blake Corum on the day, 14 rushes, 111 yards, 1 touchdown, 7.9 yards per carry. Haskins, 13 rushes, 70 yards, 1 touchdown. Who needs Zach Charbonnet? Who needs the guy? I've said all along, most of you guys have followed me for a long time, know that I've been behind Blake Corum. Blake Corum is that guy. He's that dude. We've had a lot of running backs as of late that have been overrated and didn't live up to the hype. He's probably underrated to some regard and is going past that hype. Michigan on the day, 334 yards on the ground, 43 carries, 7.8 yards per carry. Goodness, we could be back. We could be back to where we need to be. Now, I know Ohio State fans watching right now, haha, a Michigan fan thinking they're back. No, I'm saying we could be back where we need to be, back where we're competitive again, not where we're 2-4 like we were last year. Western Michigan first drive, obviously the stupid penalty by Ajabo, the taunting call, that was dumb. You got to clean that kind of stuff up. Don't help the other team more than what you have to. That would have been 3rd and long. Instead, they drive right down the field. They carve up our secondary, and I was absolutely worried because I've been a critic of our secondary. I'm concerned about Jamon Green and some others, not Dax Hill, obviously, but I have some concerns in the secondary. That is, in my opinion, the weakness in the defense, but they played well today. They played very well today outside of that first drive. Blake Corum then returns it later to the 21-yard line of Western Michigan. We got to settle for a field goal in that regard, but it is what it is. And then Ronnie Bell, the catch. One of the best catches I've ever seen in my entire life. Odell Beckham Jr. level. I mean, he literally grabbed it. He didn't even bobble it. It didn't flutter around. It didn't move. It was an amazing, amazing grab. And what happened? The refs called offensive pass interference. Now, I am a huge proponent of calling offensive pass interference. I don't think it's called enough. People call defensive pass interference all the time off of ticky-tack stuff, but they never call the offensive player for the same exact thing. But in this regard, they're going back and forth. They're hand-checking back and forth. It shouldn't have been called. You know what it reminded me of? If you're a Detroit Tigers fan, you remember when Armando Galarraga almost threw the perfect game, and on the last out of the game, he caught it, stepped on the bag, got the guy out, and what does the umpire do? They call him safe. It's like, bro, it doesn't matter if it was a close call. If it's going to be a close call, you got to call it in favor of the astounding, the amazingness of the perfect game in that regard. In this case, you got to go with Ronnie Bell. He made such a damn good catch that you got to stick with it. Just give him the catch. Don't call that penalty. That's silly. But later on, Bell on the next drive, 76 yards from Cade McNamara. Put it on a rope. Cade McNamara, in my opinion, today did what Shea Patterson, and I've been a huge backer of Shea Patterson. He did what Shea Patterson was never able to do, and that is, or very rarely able to do, and that is hit the open, deep, downfield wide receiver. A lot of times, the only time Shea Patterson got that completion was when Nico Collins would bail him out with his size and stature. In this regard, Cade McNamara put it on a rope, put it right where it needed to be, in stride. Hell yeah, I'm thinking. That is speed in space. That is what I want. But then we watch later, and it's heartbreaking, man, because this is Ronnie Bell's season. This was his season to be the guy. He's been waiting a long time for this, and we watch him injure his knee, probably. Again, I've torn both of my ACLs. I'm watching this. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to sit there speculating on what it is, but I'll tell you this. He couldn't put weight on it. It didn't look good. It's not going to be good. He's probably out for a long time, if not the season, and it sucks, man. I'm praying for him. I hate things like this. I can't stand things like this. Not just as a Michigan fan, just as a football fan in general. You hate to see a guy who's put so much into the program have to go in this regard, man. He's probably not going to be back, and it sucks. It sucks. He was playing great until then, and I don't even care about losing Ronnie Bell necessarily for the team aspect. I care about Ronnie Bell not being able to play for the University of Michigan this season. It's stupid. It's stupid. Lost my highlighter over it. Haskins later with a 22-yard touchdown. That made it 24-7. Michigan rolling. On the last drive of the second quarter, we had a 2nd and 3 at the Western Michigan 4. This is one of the few criticisms I have for Michigan. Throw the damn ball in this situation. You got to do what the defense is not expecting. Don't do what the defense is set up for. Instead, we run the ball, nothing doing. Run the ball again on 3rd down, nothing doing. We settle for a field goal. We look stupid. It's 27-7 at the half. That's great, but all I'm thinking is, you got to be more aggressive, guys. Come on, be more aggressive. Do what the defense isn't expecting, and you probably score a touchdown in that place. I liked Eric All in the end zone, big body, and today he caught the ball. So that's not usually what he does, but today he caught the ball. I like Eric All in that situation. Also, if you're going to kick a field goal, why do we call a timeout with 9 seconds left? I don't understand that because it was 4th down, not 3rd down, so you can't use the excuse of if we had a bad snap on 3rd down, la-da-dee, la-da-da. No, you called a timeout with 9 seconds left, so then you have to kick the ball off, and you could, make yourself susceptible to a big return and whatever. That's just silly coaching in my opinion. Small stuff, but still something worth mentioning in my opinion. In the 3rd quarter, A.J. Henning on the reverse end around. He takes it 74 yards to the house, and it's 33-7 Michigan. And I'm thinking at that point, A.J. Henning, wow. He is the forgotten guy, to be honest with you. He's the guy that a lot of people haven't remembered. And now with Ronnie Bell out, I'm imagining that's why he was in the game a little bit more later on, once Ronnie Bell was injured. And A.J. Henning, a stud, man. He's quick, he's fast. And I love it, but more so than that, I love speed and space. You better not stop doing this if you're Michigan. Keep doing the end arounds. Keep getting your guys in space. I saw a lot of screen passes to Blake Corum, a lot of screen passes to people in general. Get the guys out in space. Let your athletes make plays. Let your speedsters make plays. They can do it. For goodness sake, man. It's like I'm upset about years recent that we didn't do it, but now I'm happy that we did it in game 1, and I'm pleading to you. Josh Gaddis, please, if you're listening, if you're watching this video, don't stop doing it. Keep doing it. It's effective. It's 2021, baby. You got to get your guys out in space. Let them use their speed. Can A.J. Henning step up in Ronnie Bell's absence? I don't know, man. There's no Ronnie Bell for sure. There's no replacing Ronnie Bell, but it's next man up. A.J. Henning, best of luck to him. I know he's capable. Let's see. 4th quarter, Blake Corum on a 30-yard touchdown run. We're opening up the gates. It's 40-7, and then J.J. McCarthy, 69 yards to Dalen Baldwin, who I didn't even know who that was, to be honest with you. Amazing play. Absolutely unbelievable. Dan Orlovsky compared him to Aaron Rodgers and Mahomes. Not necessarily compared him to that, but compared that type of throw as he went all the way to the right side of the field, threw across his body, put it on a tight rope, and nailed Dalen Baldwin in stride for the touchdown. It's unbelievable, and it begs the question, McCarthy or McNamara? I said McCarthy before the season started, and I like Cade McNamara a lot, and I think he should keep his job until further notice, but at the same time, you can't overlook the talent and the ridiculousness of J.J. McCarthy and the things that he can do that Cade McNamara cannot do. 5 reasons why we won this game. Western Michigan, 32 rushes for 126 yards. That's not very good. That's only 3.9 per carry. Michigan's front 7 today played phenomenal. Loved it. I knew they were going to be strong up front. I was a little bit worried about the speed of our linebackers, but they played well today. We were good to go, man. Secondary is still my concern. They played pretty well after that first drive, but we'll see see how they play against Washington next week. For now, though, front seven definitely a strength for this Michigan Wolverines team. Michigan, 43 carries for 334 yards, 7.8 yards per carry. Bullied Western Michigan. You got to love it. Number 3, speed in space. We utilized it today. I talked about it plenty. We got to continue doing it, man, especially next week against Washington. That's how you get that win. You outspeed them. Number 4, the front seven. I talked about them. They played exceptionally well. Stopped the run. Got out on the flats, did very well. Loved our play out of our front seven. Something to look forward to moving forward. And lastly, secondary played well considering. I'm not huge on the secondary. I know a lot of people might think I'm pessimistic. I'm just a realist. I think our weaknesses on defense are the secondary. Our weakness on offense is the offensive line, but both played above what I thought they were going to today, so I'll hope that continues moving forward. Last thing I want to say for Western Michigan, Kaleb Eleby played pretty well early on, but he ended 20 for 37 for 191 yards, only 5.2 yards per completion, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. Again, kudos to that front seven, kudos to that secondary. Michigan, baby, 1-0, and I'm telling you, we're going to whoop up on Washington next week. Last year, after the Minnesota win, I was a little bit skeptical. If you go back to the reaction video, you'll see I had some question marks on Joe Milton, among other things. This season, I'm pretty ecstatic, man. I think we could get Washington at home. We were 17-point favorites today, and we won by 40, to my knowledge. Again, I stopped early. Go Blue, we got it done. I'll see you next time. I got plenty of reaction videos coming out. I'm going to get this one done, among others. See you guys later. Have a great one.